Well, simply because it's the greatest common denominator. We support many different platforms such as Modern Wave or NinjaTrader or Thinkorswim and so forth. But chances are everyone in this room has used or at least seen TradingView before. This is why we're setting up our charts today on TradingView. And let me explain to you real quick how I set up my charts. I'm going to go to the MNQ contract here, which is a futures contract, the micro NASDAQ futures. And as you can see here, I have a couple of indicators on this chart. And by the way, this is a 15-minute chart. So the first indicator I've applied is this one here. Let me just quickly show it to you. It's our MA Rush indicator, which prints these bearish or bullish labels onto the chart. And it also colors the chart nicely. So this is our trend indicator showing us in which direction is momentum pointing to right now. So for example, in MNQ, if you look carefully here, we can see a little bit hidden behind the bars here, but we do have a bullish label right here. It's a bit hard to see, but it says bullish here, meaning right now, the momentum has shifted from previously bearish, you can see the bearish label here, now to bullish. So that's our first indicator. The second indicator is this one here. It's our Liquidity IQ indicator, printing key levels onto the chart. And these levels have significance because oftentimes these may act as resistance, as you can see it here, if they are bluish, or as support. And if price approaches one of these levels, we can find interesting trade setups. We're going to get to these in a second. And thirdly, I'm going to hide this indicator here. And thirdly, we have applied our volume IQ indicator onto the chart, showing us in which price areas, in which price regions, or which price regions are most heavily traded, or which price regions are the least traded ones. So for example, here we can see the region around 25,600, this one here, is the most heavily traded one. And for example, the region here around 25,300 or 400 is very low traded. You can see it here. It's a low volume node versus a high volume node up here. This also tells us something because oftentimes when price approaches one of these heavily traded nodes, it tends to slow down and even tends to bounce off these levels. And if price approaches, for example, these low volume nodes, it tends to accelerate through it. Yet another piece which we will need to decipher what might be happening in the future in the market, because trading, let's face it, trading is to most degree, it's about forecasting what may happen in the future and when it will happen. All right, so if you put all three indicators onto the chart, the whole picture looks as follows. And there's one more thing I've done is I have configured a bunch of alerts using the TradingView alert feature here, which will alert us when one particular event happens. So I'm going to show you what these events are. So for example, here we can see we had an event, a resistance liquidity capture event at 12 p.m. Eastern time. So a couple of minutes ago on this symbol here, ZM, which I believe are wheat futures. No, these are soybean meal futures. Okay, so what happened here? Let's have a look. All right, perfect. So what did we see here? Well, if we go to the 12 p.m. bar, this is when this alert was triggered, we can see that we had this liquidity capture event. This is an event which I really, really like when it comes to trading because it happens when price approaches a key resistance level or a key support level. If it happens at support, it has the price is abnormally high volume at this candle, and price is unable to breach this resistance level. And oftentimes, this can be a precursor of a nice bounce off this level towards lower price levels. In this particular case, for example, we could have said, okay, we may be bouncing off this resistance level towards lower price levels. We're a bit too late to the party now, but we're going to keep an eye on these events, and Nicholas will also keep an eye on these as I proceed through my presentation. And this is one of the key setups, if other things are coming together, which we are looking to trade today. And of course, these can also happen at support. For example, here, what do we see here? Price came down all the way to the support level. This red line, we had this liquidity capture event, and what happened? Price bounced off this level towards higher price level. And if you match this, for example, with what your overall sentiment is, are we bullish or bearish right now? And if the trend direction matches the anticipated bounce direction, two things are coming together, and this can amplify the odds of having a successful trade. So this is how we set up the alerts. And I will interrupt my remaining presentation whenever a new alert will come in. So I have my cell phone configured, which will vibrate whenever a new alert comes in. And also Nicholas will keep an eye on these as we proceed. All right, sounds good. Perfect. So we're going to keep this running. Whenever a nice alert comes in, we're going to switch over and we're going to see if we want to take that trade live with our live trading account with Interactive Broker.
Kind of might be making lower highs, though it just went bullish on MA Rush. But NQ and YM are both generally within a downtrend, and they're at a tier 2. So I think it's like a high reward to risk short trade. Bitcoin's also dropping, but what do you think?
We're definitely making lower highs. That's absolutely true. Oh, this is not the best drawing tool, but you can see it here. We're making lower highs. We did come up to this tier 2 zone of volume IQ, and we have a bit of room left until we hit this support level down here. So yeah, I like it, Nicholas. Let's and Nicholas is saying this is a high reward to risk ratio trade because we are trending down. We get to the zone of control. Our stop loss would just be above this level here. If we are coming above this level, well, then this trade is off. And the idea is that we're going to see a follow through towards this support level down here. Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to click on sell trade here. I'm going to, I always like to enter by limit entry and trying to get the best possible entry. Put my stop loss just above this high volume node. Very lowly priced symbol. And my target just, I'd say, above this former support level here. Perfect. So let's put this one in. Let's see if we get the fill and we'll see what happens. Thanks, Nicholas.
Pleasure.
Perfect. Great. Actually, in fact, I'm going to move this just a little bit higher, just above the swing high, because that could be also like a natural point of resistance here. And if you want to keep making lower highs, and if you get above this high here, well, then our trade is off.
I would actually put, I'm just going to put my opinion here, Daniel, but I would leave the stop exactly where you had it, which was that pivot high, which was the high of day.
Oh, this one you mean?
Because if we do lift above that, the whole premise of the trade is entirely annihilated, which is that the tier 2
holds up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good point, Nicholas. Okay, we're going to keep it at this very high reward to low risk ratio trade. All right, perfect. It's placed in our live account. Let's see what happens. Perfect.
Should be. And look at Bitcoin, actually. I wish I called this in the Discord, but I got a short on it from the same setup at 95,000 this morning. So I'm hoping it doesn't hold.
Let me have a quick look here in Discord.
This is the lowest it's been since May.
Oh yeah, we made a new lowest low. I believe we're right at the support level. Yes, and I believe but for Bitcoin, if we lose this level, the support level, I think the floodgates may open. Yeah, let me see a big follow through. Okay.
Posted. And the other question then is from Ed. Could you have a look at Visa when you have a chance?
I'll do that. Yeah. What I'm going to do here first is I'm just going to lock in some profits here. The trade definitely is going in our direction. Nice call, Nicholas. Thank you.
Thanks.
And so I'm going to lock this in. I'm probably going to close it out in just a bit because we are nearing our limit price here. And why I'm going to close out this trade now because I will not have time to monitor it much. But we're very close to our target level here. So I'm just going to put my target here, close out this trade, and book a nice profit. Good. 107 Canadian dollars and 70 cents.